Hi, my name is Shelby, and this is my horse MJS Ebony Silver Sensation. She's a 2018 registered Rocky Mountain mare that I purchased from the breeder in 2021 for a project horse. I like to start all of my horses with a solid foundation of groundwork and desensitizing. We have a lot of critters, so she's used to things bumping into her legs, crawling underneath her, and generally being in the way. As you can see, when you saddle her, she stands still really well and doesn't fidget or dance around like some horses do. When I saddle, I do usually just push the saddle up because I'm not quite tall enough to throw it. That's just the way I saddle her. She does allow you to throw it up there. She couldn't care less how you get the saddle up there. I do usually cinch her up really quite tight because we do ride quite aggressive trails, and her breast collar is just a little bit big on her. But I cinch her front cinch up real tight. Her back cinch is snug. Here you can just see me bridling her. I have gotten her to put her head down when you reach up there, so it's easy to get on. She opens her mouth up really well, is really good about you mess around with her ears and stuff. I just bend her ears down and slip the bridle over it. She lets you mess around with her forelock and hair to get it all organized so it looks nice, and is just overall good about taking the bit. Here you can see me riding her over the teeter-totter. This was actually the first time I rode her over it. I had previously just led her over it. And yes, it is raining in this video. I did ride her over the teeter-totter in the rain. You can rest assured she's used to weather and rain and just weather in general. One thing that I personally find really annoying in a horse is when they walk off the second you get on. When you're not ready and you're unbalanced, and I personally find it really annoying. I've taught Ebony to stand there as long as you want till you're ready to move. And I have also taught her to side press over to the mounting block when you're on it so that you can get on and don't have to deal with trying to move the mounting block and get her to stand still while you get on. Ebony has a very nice extended walk, and she can neck rein really pretty darn good for a 4-year-old. I usually just ride her on a nice loose rein. She'll go where you want. You can use your legs on her. She's good about that. Just look where you're going and she'll go there. She's also really good about going into her gait. It usually takes about 3 seconds to get her to gait you. Ask her to do it and she'll do it pretty much right away as soon as she knows that's what you want, and her gait is just super smooth. I'm used to riding quarter horses, which can be very smooth for them as well, but gaited horses, and Ebony especially, she's super smooth, super comfortable to ride. You could have an open water or a pop can or coffee and wouldn't have to worry about spilling or anything like that. She's really good about it. She loves to gait. She could gait all day if you asked her to, and she wouldn't care less. She's really just loves it. As you can see, logs do not faze her in any way. There could be a giant log in the trail, or you could be walking over logs and you meet her like I am here, and she'll just walk right over it, no problem. She's had a very solid foundation of desensitizing. Because of this, almost nothing phases her. She's good about things running into her and walking under her, so she's safe around little kids and animals. I have a 2-year-old cousin that does not understand the dangers of horses, that has run underneath her and run into her leg before, and she is one of the only horses that we have that, like, you don't have to worry about her kicking or anything, because she's used to the dogs running into her and under her and all sorts of that kind of stuff. She picks her feet up really good for the farrier and will stand tied as long as you want. We have her in a tie stall, so she's really good about being tied up. She just will stand there as long as you want. The farrier has really easy tie picking up her feet and putting her shoes on. She just gets normal average shoes, nothing special. She can also ground tie really well, so if you need to like run and grab something real quick or hop off and open a gate or something like that, she will stand there as good as you need to. There have been multiple occasions where I've been riding her or walking her and I need to grab something right now that's on the other side of the arena, and I just drop the reins and run off, and she'll stand there and wait for me to get back. And as you can see, I am a vertically challenged person, so I personally use the mounting block as much as I possibly can, but she also will stand there for you to get on without a block or something if you're not a vertically challenged person. Or even if you are, she will still stand there.
Give it to me like...
When we first started her, we would tie milk jugs and other loud, flappy plastic things to her saddle while we ponied her on the trails. We even had people tell us that they didn't want to ride with us because she would always have this stuff tied to her and it would scare their horses. But since she has had all this stuff tied to her, she's really good about things going across the trail or just being on the trail and weird things running into her in general. And I don't know if you're able to see, but right here I did let go of the reins so I could have milk jugs in both hands while I walked her over the tarp, so that was just me steering her with my legs, and afterwards I stopped her with just my legs and my words. So you can rest assured she's got brakes and steering abilities. These next few clips are just of me doing things like riding her with a tarp and a flag and more desensitizing type things like that. Here you can see me ponying my niece on another horse. This is actually only her second time without somebody on the horse with her. And here you can see us riding double, which as you can see doesn't bother Ebony in any way. We are also in this video riding double with buddy seat on her. So that's just like a little tiny cloth seat that goes behind the saddle. And this is my 2-year-old cousin riding Ebony bareback. I did have to keep looking back at her because Bailey has been known to let go unexpectedly, even when she's not supposed to, but it was not because Ebony was not safe. It was just because the kid sometimes doesn't listen to instructions. This is a clip of me very gracefully getting on Ebony bareback. She stood really good for me while I got on, waited for me to get settled, and walked off when I told her to. I have started teaching her to lay down on command. She still is not quite finished with that. I have continued working with her. She was really good about it still, and you can lay her down easily, sit on her and use her as a bench, or have her get up and she'll get up and you can have no problem. This final clip is probably my favorite clip of all. This is a video of me doing my famous rain dance. I am kind of a crazy person when it comes to desensitizing, so I like to really make sure that my horses are desensitized very well. Thank you for watching our video. If you have any questions or want to come look at her, please give us a call. I'm more than happy to answer.